Hey, this is Charlotte. Those of you that know me on Facebook and Twitter know me pretty much as a straight shooter. I'm a writer, I'm a ghost hunter, I'm a caregiver. I've been a caregiver for about 10 years. I took care of my dad and after I was laid off. And it was all with the premise that after he either got better or once he passed away, I was going to go back to work full time or even part time to make some money. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. My mother, within about 6 months, had a stroke, and her mind started to act up. So I ended up being here full time with her as well. And so here I sit, almost 10 years later, working full time, taking care of my mom. No income hardly. Um, it's been an unfortunate ride because after my mother had her stroke, within about 6 months, I noticed that my heart was racing. I was having, major racing in my heart, and I kind of blew it off and ignored it. But then my weight blew up about 75, 80 pounds, and I couldn't figure out why. I was having trouble breathing. So I finally went to the doctor and found out that I had to see a cardiologist. So I did that, had an echocardiogram, and they thought I had congestive heart failure at that time. So they sent me to the emergency room to get diagnosed, and I did go, and I did come down with congestive heart failure. That started the whole ball rolling as far as tests and stuff. Unfortunately, because I'm not working, I don't have insurance. I at that point there was really no Obamacare yet because it just hadn't started yet. So I ended up having to do all these tests. I went to a radiological test to see if there were any shadows, on my arteries and in my heart. I had to do several echocardiograms, EKGs, visits with the cardiologist, stuff like that. And then beyond that, I ended up at the emergency room twice. The second time I got into UC Davis, and they went ahead and did the whole thing with the arteries, where they ran the dye in to see if I had any blockages, which thankfully I didn't. However, they did have to go in and stop different parts of my heart to get it back into a decent rhythm. Honestly, my heart only pumps 51% of normal, but I feel good. But during all this time, I was on water pills because I had retained so much water, so I ended up losing that 75 pounds in about a 6-month period. So to make a long story short, here it is almost a year and a half later, and I'm still having to do 2 echocardiogram appointments a year, which are about $700 to $800 for me to do that. I've tried to sign up for Obamacare, and we're still working through that stuff. I'm still trying to get through that. Unfortunately, I'm looking at about $40,000 to $50,000 in medical bills right now. And like I said, I'm not working because I'm taking care of my mother full time. Because unfortunately, the last couple of years, her mind has gotten worse. So it's taking more time and care to take care of her. So, I hate having to ask people for money. I really do. But I'm at that point now where I really have no choice because the medical bills just keep stacking up. Between my echocardiogram visits and my regular cardiology visits and my regular doctor visits to maintain all this, I really, and the medications and all this stuff that I'm on, it's just starting to get to the point where it's overwhelming for me. So this is why I've had to set up this campaign, because I really need the help. And any little bit you could donate to help me is going to be great, because it's just, for me, it's overwhelming, and it's getting to the point where I can't sleep at night. I'm so worried about it all. So if you could help me out, with even a little bit, because I know times are hard for everybody. This economy really sucks, and I can't blame anybody for saying, oh my God, why should I give her money? I get it. But, unfortunately, I'm not working. And those of you that know me know I do freelance writing and photography. It's not paying the bills. It's not paying my bills. I'm lucky if I'm bringing in $200-300 a month at this point, because I can't go out all the time because my mother, is so ill, and it's just, I'm real limited by what I can do fund wise. I'm a ghost hunter. I get funds that way, but that goes back to the team. It's a 401(c). Okay, that's a completely separate thing. But like I said, I wouldn't ask if I wasn't in this situation. So if anything you could help me with would be great, because I really need to start paying off my medical bills and start paying them down. So if you could help me out with that, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys.